Here we go. Here we go. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are, superstar. Friday, March 6th. Oh my God. Time is just moving in ways that makes you wonder. Time is moving in ways that makes you wonder. Man, oh man. It felt like I just said this was January 1st or something. Now we're already at March. Before we know it, we'll be in the spring and in the summer. Yeah, we will be moving forward, moving on. Yes, let me just take my drink now because I am feeling fantastic. I am feeling fantastic despite of. And I say despite of because although I may be feeling fantastic and I may feel like, you know, everything is well. When I look out into the world, everything is not well. And I'm one of those individuals who are connected to the universe. And I feel deeply. I'm the type of person who is, when someone else is in pain, I can feel their pain. I not only can sympathize with them, but I can empathize with them. And I feel the pain of the world. And as I just mentioned, I not only sympathize, I empathize. And I'm hoping and praying for a more peaceful world. And I'm hope that we all is hoping and praying for that as well. That being said, this is Financial Fitness Friday with D.E. Wilder, and I am D.E. Wilder, and I have a powerful message today. A message that is for those who are the wealth builders, for those who are seeking financial freedom for their future, those who are planning, those who are strategizing, those who are making all the necessary steps today for their financial future for tomorrow. My message is for those. It would be beautiful if we could just wake up in the morning and everything that we want, everything that we think of, everything that we plan for, everything that we hope for is just magically appears. But unfortunately, it does not work that way. You have to put in the time, the effort, the strategy. And sometimes, even when you do that, things don't always go as planned. So could you imagine if you don't have a plan? All I could say to that is good luck. May the forces be with you. Because tonight is about planning. It's about planning for the future, planning for your own legacy. As with all my message, this is no different. So let's get this rolling. Let me get set up. I should have already been set up, but sometimes it be like that. Sometimes it be like that. I see a problem here. Got to make adjustment to my set. So if you're with me week over week, you may notice that I added my podcast microphone, and we're gonna see how this works. So anyway, once again, this is Financial Fitness Friday with D.E. Wilder, and this is Financial Fitness for Your Future. And today's session is going to be an outstanding session, and I hope everyone has a chance to buckle in and enjoy this session, because this session is for those who are planning for their future, but in a different way than you normally would, because it takes a mindset shift. The way society has designed your future. Now take that in for a minute. The way society has designed your future. Society has told you that this is the way things go. You have to do this, and you have to do that, and you have to do that, and that. And when you do those things, this is the result of all of those actions and behavior. And if you've been around long enough, you will know that it's not working out that way. It's not working out too good. Like whatever way they designed it, the results is not what they said it would be. So this makes it that much important for you to design your own future. It makes it that much important for you to have strategies and plans for your own future and your legacy. So today's session is financial freedom. Not a goal, but a destination. A bountiful journey through life with a dynamic horizon. Oh, it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be fantastic. Stay with me, because this, like as I mentioned, requires a mindset shift. It requires you to think a little different than what you have been taught. Why is that? Because to genuinely embrace financial freedom is to understand, excuse me for a second, is to understand it as not a singular achievement, but as an ongoing journey towards an ever-evolving ideal. It's less a finish line to cross and more of a vibrant, living destination where someone can continuously reside, adapt, and flourish. So imagine it, a dynamic horizon, a horizon line, always present, always beckoning further exploration and refinement, even as you draw nearer. A profound state of mind that demands sustained attentiveness, adaptive planning, and a commitment to intelligent stewardship, which is ensuring that peace of mind and an abundance of choices is offered not just merely as something that you attain, but as a perpetual and maintain and enhance future. And this is something that throughout life's inevitable ebbs and flows, shifts, and opportunities, you continually flow through your journey in life. As I mentioned, this is going to require a mindset shift. So welcome to Financial Fitness Friday with D.E. Wilder. I am D.E. Wilder. Welcome, family, friends, and fraternal souls. This is your brother in growth and partner in purpose. Today, we are not just talking about money. We're talking about movement. We're not just talking about numbers. We're talking about navigation. We're not talking about a goal. We're talking about a destination. Because somewhere along the line, we were taught that financial freedom is the finish line. They said one day, after enough hustle, enough sacrifice, enough grinding, enough stress, enough sleepless nights, we will finally arrive at our deserved destination. But what if financial freedom is not something you achieve? What if it's something that you enter? What if it's not a goal that you check off, but a destination that you journey towards with full awareness, attention, and alignment? Let's take a breath together, because this is going to be a little in-depth, short and sweet, but to the point. Financial freedom is not about escaping life. It's about engaging life and engaging life fully. It's not about stacks of money, but it's actually about stacks of peace. It's not about excess, but more about access. Access to what? One may ask. Access to choice, to time, to peace, access to purpose. Today, we shift the paradigm in our mind and in the manner in which we think. As I said, it's going to take a mindset shift. So let's go to work. Stop chasing. Stop chasing it like a trophy. We've been conditioned to treat financial freedom like a trophy, a milestone, a scoreboard, a number in your bank account. But trophies only sit on shelves, while destinations expand your view. When you treat financial freedom as a goal, you attach it to pressure to reach a particular goal. You know, something like, I'll be free when, I'll relax when, I'll breathe when. No, that's not how it's supposed to be. Freedom doesn't begin later. It begins in a mindset. Financial freedom as a goal creates urgency. Financial freedom as a destination creates strategy. When you are heading to a destination, you don't sprint the entire way. You pace yourself. You prepare yourself. You take time. You pack wisely. You refuel along the way. And most importantly, you expect it to be a journey. Let me say that again. You expect the journey. That's the beauty of it, is that it's a journey. Financial freedom is not a lottery win. It's a live state of alignment. Take that in. Let's have a reflection point and think about this for a second. if I never hit a magical number, could I still live financially aligned? This is a reflection point that we're saying to ourselves. Question: what would financial peace look like before financial abundance? Take that in, write it down, and think about that as you think about your vision of financial freedom. Pause for a thoughtful moment as we move forward to the bountiful journey. When you see financial freedom as a destination, you begin to see abundance differently. It hits differently. You think about it differently. You see it differently, because abundance is not only income, but it's influence, it's time, it's health, it's energy, it's clarity. You can have money and still be financially imprisoned. Financially imprisoned in debt of mindset, debt of ego, debt of comparison, debt of lifestyle inflation. True financial freedom is internal first. It is the discipline to delay gratification, the wisdom to distinguish wants from needs, the courage to say no. I'm telling you, when you get to a certain point in life, you'll be able to say no without any hesitation. The humility to learn and grow, the patience to build. Freedom is built brick by brick, step by step, not overnight. That's why it's a journey. As you build your freedom, it comes by way of savings and investments, multiple streams of income, skill development, strategic risks, calculated growth. But here's the deeper truth: financial freedom is not static, it's in fact dynamic. The horizon that you have seen or that you have placed, it moves, it shifts over time. As you grow, your vision expands. As your responsibility grows, your strategy evolves. As your knowledge increases, your opportunity widens. That's exactly why it's a destination, not a finish line. There's always another horizon to explore. And you know what? That's a beautiful thing. That is actually the beauty of your life journey. It's that there's always more horizons, and there's always something to explore and expand your worldview, your experience, your knowledge, and what you experience in life. While we have this session, I'm going to just take a short gander over and check some questions, because I see that there's some questions coming in. I have I guess a good friend now, Mr. Robert, who always seems to check me out, and that's a beautiful thing. And he always has some great questions. And Robert has a question today. How can someone begin building financial freedom if they are currently struggling with debt? Oh, so we always have this type of question from Robert, that's a beautiful question. Let me say it again. How can someone focus on financial freedom when they are currently struggling in debt? And if that's their situation, and that's the whole point of this session. This session is financial freedom, not as a goal, but as a destination. And your financial freedom as a destination means that you're on a journey to get to that financial freedom. And such as life, The particular journey is different for everyone. Some people may start on that journey on a high, and that's a beautiful thing if they can. But some people may start that journey on a low from scratch with very little or little to nothing. But that's the beauty of life itself, is that it's a journey. So regardless of where you're at on the scale, whether you have a lot or a little, it's your journey to navigate. And instead of just focusing on the financial freedom as a goal, and this is where I want to be, and this is the number, and so on and so forth, enjoy the journey. So let's say, for argument's sake, that you were in a position where you had very little and was saddled in debt. But little by little, step by step, brick by brick, you are building and you're working your way through it. That is part of the process and part of the journey. That's not something just to work through, to sweat through, to agonize through. That's something that you should enjoy and celebrate the little wins. Celebrate watching that debt go down. Celebrate your accomplishment. Celebrate your strategy and your effort and the results of that. That is how you are enjoying your journey to financial freedom and the journey in life. Because what type of journey in life you're going to have if everything is agonizing, everything is woe is me, everything is focusing on what you don't have, where you're going to go, but where you're not yet. It's going to be a journey, but it's going to be a long one. You got to learn how to reframe your mindset. The mindset is not, how can I focus on this? Because this, the mindset is, despite of, I'm focusing on this because this is where I'm going. This is what we're talking about. We're talking about bright horizons right now. Perfect segue to the next session. Designing your financial destination. So let's get practical real quick, if we can for a moment. If financial freedom is a destination, then you will need a vision map, a supply strategy, a sustainable plan. Let's break those things down. What is a vision map? A vision map is where you're actually going. Just like a map you'll have on the road, you have to have a plan of action, a vision map of where I want to go financially. Your destination is, as we answer Robert's question, you got to have a plan, and you have to plan out of that and then start executing. So your destination is debt-free living. What about if I'm saddled with debt? Well, my destination is to one day be debt-free. Work optional lifestyle. Generational wealth. Creative freedom. Philanthropic impact. The impact of giving back. Now, let's be specific. A traveler without direction is simply just wandering. A visionary with intention is now navigating. So write this down if you can. What does financial freedom mean to me? This is where it starts, Robert. It starts with writing it down and creating a plan. What does financial freedom mean to me? Not Instagram, not society, not comparison, but you and your heart of heart. Forget what everything else is doing and everyone else is saying. Second one is supply strategy. Every destination requires resources. Income is fuel. It's fuel that fuels anything that you're trying to do. Saving is protection. Investments are vehicles. Your skills are renewable energy. This is how you have to think of things. So ask yourself, if all that is the case, is my income active only. What assets am I building? What systems generate without my constant presence? Freedom increases when dependence decreases. Yes, that means if you have a business or circumstances or income that is happening on its own without you constantly managing and controlling it, now it's building and it's growing and possibly compounding. The more your income relies solely on your time, the less free you are. Fact of the matter, time is the highest currency there is. 3, sustainability plan. You must have a plan. Here's what most people miss, and they continuously miss. You can reach financial peaks and fall right back down. You hear the phrase, what goes up must come down. That's just the law of gravity. But it's also oftentimes the law of finance. You know, you've seen somebody at the top and then you hear they lost it all or now they're struggling. And you wonder, how could that be? It can be. Without the right financial stewardship, management, and control, it very well can be. Freedom, financial freedom, must be protected. That means emergency reserves, smart tax planning, risk management, lifestyle control. Not only controlling your lifestyle, but controlling yourself, self-control. If you don't have that, let me tell you, you're going to have a hard way to go. That's essential in growth and development, is not only lifestyle control, but self-control. Continuous learning. You have to always learn and grow. You know, everyone often thinks that, you know, hey, if I get to a certain point, I'm just going to hire the right people. And the right people are going to do this and that and that and that. Do you know how many people once had it all and was able to hire anybody and is now broke because they hired the right people? Hire the right people who know more than you, who know what you don't know. Recipe for disaster. You have to grow. You have to constantly learn. You have to keep up. You have to know what they know. So not only am I going to hire you, but I'm going to hire you to teach me, to show me. I'm not going to hire you to have the knowledge, and I don't have the knowledge, but you're playing with my money and my resources. No, it's not going to work that way. Continuous learning, continuous growing. Remember this phrase, if you can. Freedom without discipline becomes fragility. Freedom without discipline becomes fragility. As I mentioned, discipline, self-control is essential to your growth and development and financial freedom. Another question. Is there another question? Good evening. How are you? Thank you, Robert, for your engagement. I appreciate you. So, the emotional side of financial freedom. What is that? Let's go even deeper than we already traveled. Many people fail to reach financial freedom, not because they lack the opportunity, because the opportunity is there, but because they fear the responsibility. Because if you know anything, they say, I mentioned this week, you know, they say more money, more problems. There's a level of truth to that, because the more asset you have, whether it's actually monetary or assets, things that you have, that you control, that you own. Each thing bears its own level of responsibility. And if you're not responsible for it, once again, you can lose it. Freedom requires maturity. So it requires confronting old ways, excuse me, that outlived its usefulness. What does that mean? It requires confronting old ways that has outlived its usefulness. Because in life and on this journey, it's going to require you to grow at every level in your life. It's going to require you to grow. And that growth and development is mindset, is discipline, is doing things, is functioning different. It may even be a different environment around different people, different circumstances, different type of exposure. It's going to be very hard to develop and to grow your financial wealth and financial freedom and stay in the same place. It might be possible. I've rarely ever seen that happen. So, things that has to change that has outlived its usefulness, or things like scarcity in thinking, childhood money trauma, fear of loss, fear of visibility, fear of outgrowing old circles. I just mentioned those things. Financial freedom has the ability to change you. And not everyone around you will understand or be comfortable with that change. As you grow and you develop, oftentimes you may outgrow others around you. So sometimes the biggest barrier that you may have is allowing yourself internal permission. You got to give yourself permission to grow. You got to give yourself permission to give yourself a chance. Stop holding yourself back. Stop being your own impediment. You must believe you deserve it. I deserve ease. I must believe that I deserve overflow. I must believe that I deserve strategic rest. You have to believe in yourself. Believe you deserve the things that you are trying to obtain. So let me tell you something powerful. Financial stress is loud. Financial freedom is quiet. Freedom doesn't brag. It simply breathes on its own. It allows you to sleep peacefully at night. It allows you to make decisions without panic. It allows you to choose alignment over urgency. That is freedom that wealth affords. That's what we all should be working towards. It's not just the dollar and cents, but it's the ability to live fully. Oh, what happened? I keep getting a notice, but I'm not seeing anything in my notice. Anyway, so once again, we're at another reflection point. What emotional patterns has sabotaged your financial growth? This is something to think about and to take in. Ask yourself this question. Do I associate money with pressure or possibilities? Pause for this thoughtful moment and take this in. Sometimes you have to write these things down and ask yourself this and think about it and ponder it later on. Take some time to think about it. This doesn't require a instant answer, because sometimes we don't have the answer instantly. But as you think about that, we're moving on to the dynamic horizon, where we want to go and where we want to be. Because here's the beauty of a destination mindset. When you reach one level of freedom, you don't just stop. It's not the end. You expand. Why? Because maybe today financial freedom means one thing. Maybe it means eliminating debt. But tomorrow it means owning assets. You see how you're growing, how you're evolving? Later it means creating legacy. Eventually it means impact beyond your lifetime. Financial freedom is layers on top of layers. It evolves with your life stages. Different stages in life. Different stages in life, we have different needs, we have different wants, we have different requires, we have different hopes, we have different dreams, right? We're human beings. So in your 20s, your mindset is survival mode. I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to be something. I'm trying to make it. In your 30s, it's stability. I'm trying to establish myself. In your 40s, it's scalabilities. I got something. I built something. I'm trying to grow with it. In your 50s and beyond, it's sustainability and significance. Needs to be meaningful. The horizon that we seek keeps moving. And that simply is part of the journey. That's not pressure. That's a promise and a promising future all in one. So you are not chasing money. You are not just merely trying to survive. You are designing mobility. You're not chasing wealth. You are cultivating wellness. This is bigger than just a particular goal. As I mentioned, this is a life journey, a destination, one that we are going to evolve on and one that we are going to enjoy while we're on this journey. So here's a beautiful thing. Arriving while you are still traveling. You ever heard the term, we've arrived? They say that when we have accomplished something and we have established something, we have arrived. But arrival while you are still traveling. So let me leave you with this thought-provoking session. If you treat financial freedom as a goal, and if that's your mindset, you will always feel behind. You will always feel as if you don't have enough. But if you treat it as a destination, while you're on your journey, you will live intentionally. Because freedom is not a number. Freedom is a state of stewardship. It's the ability to live with margins, to give generously, to invest wisely, to sleep peacefully, to dream boldly. Arrive while you are still traveling. Celebrate progress while you are on the journey. Adjust your strategies when necessary. Protect your discipline. As always, you need to be disciplined and expand your vision. The horizon, as I mentioned, is always moving, so it's dynamic. And you are built specifically for the journey that you are on. This is not about getting rich. It's bigger than that. This is about getting free. Freedom is not someday, but it's in fact step by step, brick by brick, choice by choice. That's how we're going to get there. That is the ultimate answer to Robert's question of, if I'm here, how do I get there? Step by step, brick by brick, choice by choice, in time and over time, you're going to get there. So until you get to that point and one day you look up and you realize something fantastic and fascinating at the same time, that horizon and that financial freedom and that place that you are looking to move towards, one day you realize you are already living within it. You're already on the road to obtain it. You're already within your journey. That's the beauty. Financial freedom is not a secret society, so to speak. It is a shared journey spanning the course of your life. So until next time, keep building, keep breathing, keep believing. Your financial freedom horizon is awaiting you, because that's your journey. If this message made a difference to someone, please share it with someone else who needs to hear it. Important, stay rooted, stay blessed, and keep living your life with kindness, clarity, and purpose. I am D. Wilder. This is Financial Fitness Friday, focusing on financial fitness for the future. And I bid you peace and blessings. Told you it'd be short and sweet, but powerful. I hope that this helps someone to get that mindset shift, that the way society have taught you might not be the way it's supposed to be for you. Thank you for joining me. I see you soon. Peace and blessings. Something's going wrong with the question. I only seen one question.
And I sent you two.
Where at?
To your I sent it both up to the video.
And you saw it?
Yeah.
You saw them come up?
Yeah. And then I text you.
I saw the text, but I'm looking here and I didn't see the question.
So one of them, so obviously the first one was Robert. You answered that one. Then I did, why do some people earn a high income? That was from I'm Inspired. And then Robert asked another question. Can you define financial freedom? How financial freedom evolves throughout different stages of life. So once you say you're not receiving, I stopped at the third question.
Yeah, but we're gonna have to get this together.
I don't know why.
We have to find a better way, because this is part of my session is for those questions.
Right, the engagement.
Right.
Yeah.
And it also allows me to break away for a second.
Right.
No worries. We'll figure it out.
So when you went back, you saw the first question and nothing else came up?
Correct.
That's good. You had 6.
6 was. I had 6 whole people.
6 whole people. I
But
was trying to send it to the Educate Support and Inspire, but I didn't see that.
you didn't see what?
I was trying to. I usually have like the Educate Support and Inspire like on my quick
But you didn't see what?
the group. I probably have to search for it. I added that. So how did you like the mic? The mic looks nice.
Oh, so you seen the mic?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not in the way?
No.
It looks like it's placed correctly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And how was the session? Did it make
good.
sense?
It was yes, made a lot of sense.
Okay.
Even those questions that you gave me.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm focusing on, is making the sessions a lot impactful but shorter.
For sure.
Not too long.
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
Too much.
Uh-huh. Yep, definitely.
And then I'm getting ready to start a new one
Mm-hmm.
that is going to couple with the accountability coaching.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a product to sell.
Okay.
And so this is going to be, or supposed to be, the revenue generator.
Okay.
We're going to start this next week, very soon.
So what's the name of that one? Oh, you don't know yet.
Hour of Profit.
Oh, my face is hurting.
Welcome to the Hour of Profit.
Oh, my God. You sound like, what are those ministers they call them? Please pass around the session.
That's right.
You're going to be like Roland Martin. You get Zelle, PayPal,
That's right.
Venmo. You have that
No,
shit across the screen?
I'm not lying. You would be able to do all that.
Yeah. I have that ticker.
Afterpay,
Yes.
Affirm.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
yes. Sizzle.
Text 1 2 3 4.
Yep. That's right.
Take donations.
That's right.
In the spring, in the summer.
Well, like you know how they say, you know how to say, if you like this channel, and if you like what you hear, please support this channel. It's independent, so
Correct.
so,
Correct.
PayPal, but
Correct. Correct.
don't be shy.
Yeah, exactly. No, you just hit the nail on the head. You just got to do it.
I am
Yeah.
good.
You just got to do it.
Because you always stay in this little, you have like your, what do you call it?
Despite
Comfort zone.
Not even comfort, but you have like certain standards. You know, I don't do that. You know how you say, I don't do that.
Well, this
Not,
is not really going to compromise my standard or anything, but this is going to allow people to raise their standard, because right now more than ever, everyone should be looking for opportunities. Now, here's the thing. If you're financially sound, you don't need no opportunities, you don't care about no opportunities, then that's fine. 8.5 billion people in the world. Here's the thing. Maybe you might not need, but maybe you might know somebody who needs an opportunity. Because what I'm going to be offering is an opportunity for people to learn and to grow and to make money.
everybody wants to know that.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
And as I just mentioned, I not only sympathize, I empathize. And I'm hoping and praying for a more peaceful world. And I hope that we all is hoping and praying for that as well. That being said, this is Financial Fitness Friday with D.E. Wilder, and I am D.E. Wilder, and I have a powerful message today. A message that is for those who are the wealth builders, for those who are seeking financial freedom for their future, those who are planning, those who are strategizing, those who are making all the necessary steps today for their financial future for tomorrow. My message is for those. It would be beautiful if we could just wake up in the morning and everything that we want, everything that we think of, everything that we plan for, everything that we hope for is just magically appears. But unfortunately, it does not work that way. You have to put in the time, the effort, the strategy. And sometimes, even when you do that, things don't always go as planned. So could you imagine if you don't have a plan? All I can say to that is good luck. May the forces be with you. Because tonight is about planning. It's about planning for the future. Planning for your own legacy. As with all my messages, this is no different. So let's get this rolling. Let me get set up. I should have already been set up, but you know, sometimes we make things. Sometimes be like that. I see a problem here. Gotta make adjustment to my set. So if you're with me week over week, you may notice that I added my podcast microphone. And we're gonna see how this works. So anyway, once again, this is Financial Fitness Friday with D.E. Wilder. This is Financial Fitness for your future. And today's session is going to be an outstanding session, and I hope everyone has a chance to buckle in and enjoy this session, because this session is for those who are planning for their future, but in a different way than you normally would, because it takes a mindset shift. The way society has designed your future. Now take that in for me. The way society has designed your future. Society has told you that this is the way things go. You have to do this. You have to do that. And you have to do that and that. And when you do those things, this is the result of all of those actions and behavior. And if you've been around long enough, you will know that it's not working out that way. It's not working out too good. Like, whatever way they designed it, the results is not what they said it would be. So this makes it that much important for you to design your own future. It makes it that much important for you to have strategy and plan for your own future and your legacy. So today's session is to understand it as not a singular achievement, but as an ongoing journey towards an ever-evolving idea. It's less a finish line to cross and more of a vibrant, living destination where someone can continuously reside, adapt, and flourish. So imagine a dynamic horizon, a horizon line, always present, always beckoning further exploration and refinement, even as you draw nearer. A profound state of mind that demands sustained attentiveness, adaptive planning, and a commitment to intelligent stewardship, which is ensuring that peace of mind and an abundance of choices is offered not just merely as something that you attain, but as a perpetual and maintain and enhance future. And this is something that throughout life's inevitable ebbs and flows, shifts, and opportunities, you continually flow through your journey in life. As I mentioned, this is going to require a mindset shift. So welcome to Financial Fitness Friday with D.E. Wilder. I'm D.E. Wilder. Welcome, family, friends, and fraternal souls. This is your brother in growth and partner in purpose. Today, we are not just talking about money. We're talking about movement. We're not just talking about numbers. We're talking about navigation. We're not talking about a goal. We're talking about a destination. Because somewhere along the line, we were taught that financial freedom is the finish line. They said one day, after enough hustle, enough sacrifice, enough grinding, enough stress, enough sleepless nights, we will finally arrive at our deserved destination. But what if financial freedom is not something you achieve? What if it's something that you enter? What if it's not a goal that you check off, but a destination that you journey towards with full awareness